Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. What do we do when we get let down by others? It can be pretty devastating. I think it's important to be able to be strong enough and self-sufficient enough to where we can survive on our own, where we don't need others. Don't ever need anyone. Let people need you, but don't ever need anyone. Be self-sufficient with your emotions. You don't need other people to treat you in a certain way. You don't need other people's energy to fill you up. You don't need their energy to make you feel better. You don't need their happiness to make you happy. You don't need their love to make you feel loved. You don't need other people. You could be alone for the rest of your life. Not that you would want to be. We're not talking about what you desire. We're talking about survival tactics. You could be alone for the rest of your life and be perfectly fine with it. Be content. Not lonely, not upset, not desperate, not craving, not wanting. Completely, perfectly content. That's a superpower. And when you get to that point, your relationships become so much more deep and powerful and meaningful. Because you're no longer a leech. You're no longer a vampire, self-serving, sucking people's energy for your own needs so you can survive another day. You're giving. A true relationship is one of giving. But you can't give if you have nothing to give. If you're an empty, shallow shell. There's a lot of people on social media, maybe it's just my social media. There's a lot of people on social media who complain a lot. They bitch and moan every single day. They whine and write these impassioned fucking posts about how people are treating them so bad, how they're done with humanity. I'm done with these motherfuckers. You know anyone like that? Are you like that? Just been kicked around so many times by people that you've just become so jaded and angry and fed up. Your trust is long gone. You don't trust anyone. Fuck everyone. Everyone's gonna let you down. Everyone's gonna hurt you. And every time I put myself out there, I just get hurt again. Right? I know people that post this, that's all they post. Every day, for years on end. It's not just a phase. And all I can say to people like that when I talk to them is become tougher, become stronger. Why are you so fucking weak? God damn it, man. How did you get to be so fucking weak? And why is your weakness everybody else's fucking fault? Why is everybody tasked to handle you with care? Get with it, man. Don't you know nobody gives a fuck about you? People are gonna step all over you. Welcome to planet fucking Earth. You want to live in a fucking Disney movie? Are you kidding me? Toughen up. Be tougher. Be stronger. Be more resilient. Don't get so fucking bitchy and whiny and all moany over the fucking smallest little scraps and bumps and scrapes and bumps and bruises. People are gonna fuck with you. You can't rely on nobody. Rely on yourself. God damn it, man. Why are people so weak? Why are you so weak? Why do you protect your weakness? Throw that shit out the window, man. Don't protect your weakness. Make your weakness stronger. When you find a weakness, a weak area, and you feel like it needs to be protected. Rip that scab off of that wound. Dive into that shit. Makes you cry. So what? Cry. Cry for a week if you fucking have to. Get over that shit. Get into it. Figure it out. Repetition. Incremental fucking repetition. And you get stronger, just like in the gym. I got weak shoulders. They're not as big and boulder looking as I want. I got weak shoulders. I get shoulder injuries a lot. One response could be to just avoid that shit completely. That's what the bitch would do. The loser. The bunny rabbit. The little frayed motherfucker navigating through life. Beaten down. Jaded. Swirling in negativity. They're always in protection mode, self-protection mode. They don't understand growth. They don't understand strength because they're weak. And they protect their weakness. So they say, oh, well, if your shoulder is so weak and you're getting injured, just don't do any shoulder work. You better not do any shoulder work. Be careful with your shoulder. You know what a physical therapist told me? I went to a physical therapist. Luckily, that shit was covered by my insurance. Physical therapy is not cheap. One of the best things I ever did for myself. That motherfucker told me right away, stop taking days off. You're getting weaker. Your shoulder hurts. Get in there and work on it, but do it right. We're going to get you on a fucking program. He put me on just this basic body movement program that I can do every morning to strengthen my shoulders. And it worked. Little movements. You go into suffering with an attitude of acceptance. That I'm going to take this suffering because I know it's going to make me stronger. The afraid weakling avoids it. Well, I don't know if you should do any kind of shoulder movements. What if you hurt yourself more? The physical therapist basically just said, look, if you don't move your shoulder, if you just take time off, months and months and months and months, and just take a year off, just be afraid. Every time you go to do a shoulder lift, you're afraid to hurt it. I'm afraid. I'm traumatized. I got this mental connection of fear from the past. I know I'm weak. I better protect my weakness. You just atrophy more. You'll find that your pain in your shoulder and then it'll spread to your neck, and then next thing you know, it's going down your spine, and next thing you know, you're this weak little bitch who can't do anything. Get off your ass and start moving. We're going to do some exercises. And this is the same type of thing we think with our mind. Why are you so weak? Because you're running from your weakness. You're protecting your weakness. You're coddling it like a little baby. Using it as a fucking excuse. I know so many people like this. Why can't you be stronger? And they don't know. And the reason why they don't know is because they're lost in weakness, protecting that weakness, shunning anything new, anything that might get them over that hump, that would get them through that time of pain. Not understanding that going through suffering, not avoiding it, but going through it, meeting it head on, is how you become stronger. Stop being so much of a victim to your emotions. And people are lost in emotions, especially younger people. I do a lot of coaching, strength coaching, life coaching. I kind of hate that term, life coaching. It sounds so generic. But I know a lot of people who are so desperately weak. And I don't blame them to come to me for help. But like the physical therapist who told me, you got to get to work. You want to be stronger, you better get to work. You don't want this to weaken you. You don't want to get worse. You better start suffering. You better face that suffering. Your goal isn't to just get over the pain. That's what a sucker wishes for. Your goal is to become so strong you don't go through pain. I get frustrated with people who have the same problems year in and year out. They seem to just get weaker and weaker and weaker. Always running from these problems, running from themselves. Like Bob Marley said, you can keep running, you can keep running, you can keep running away. But you can't run from yourself. Because everywhere you turn around, that's where you are. You're there. It's a form of self-torture that I don't wish upon anybody, but so many people are putting upon themselves. Ask yourself, why am I so fucking weak? And then ask yourself, after you've beaten yourself up a little bit over that, what would it take? This is hypothetical. This is, use your imagination. What would it take for you to be stronger? What would it take for you to not go through these dramas all the time? For you to meet every problem with life like the weakest, sorriest, saddest motherfucker in the world? What would it take for you to stop putting this fucking sorry bitch ass posts on Facebook? My life sucks. Everybody treats me bad. I'm so done with humanity. What would it take for you to fucking man up and become finally strong enough to live your life in a way that maybe you could be happy? Is that possible for you? Or are you so afraid that you won't even allow that possibility? You won't even entertain it? That's not for you. What would it take for you? What would it take? It's all food for thought. Thanks for watching.